can't wait to see this one.
Of all the superstars on the roster, this guy is amongst the hardest working. That goes without saying.
Definitely shout out to Don Chaos. We know you got our back, and we got your back too, man. Denver, Colorado all day, brother. We're definitely going to hook up with you. Much love to Carnival Spirits for putting us on as well on this YouTube, man.
Shout out to you, Don Chaos, for, what is this episode, like 126 or something like that?
Yes, sir.
You've been putting in work, bro. Respect. Y'all doing some shit for the community, and the fam out there appreciate it. So just keep doing what y'all doing, you know what I mean?
Congrats to Don Chaos for 1,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop.
Keep it going, man.
Congratulations, Don Chaos. Yes, keep it going, man. Good luck to you, fucking Don Chaos. And fucking hell yeah on your 1,000 fucking followers.
You know who it is. It's Ouija Mac, bitch. Shout out to Carnival Spirits. And fucking shout out to Don Chaos one time. You know what's going on.
This is my brother. Everyone, Don Chaos and Brother Lynch Hung here.
Yeah, and Carnival Spirits. What's up, man? Don Chaos. What's up? It's your boy Brother Lynch Hung. We out here tonight. Lynch.
Fuego Flames and my nigga Don Chaos. What's going on, B? It's my brother right here. It's my boy. Excuse the left. Excuse the left.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is Don Chaos, and I'm with a very legendary man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Hey, Sean. Yeah, we at the gathering, y'all.
Radio show of the year. This one's always controversial. Coming in number one, we got Hours of Chaos with Don Chaos. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, there. Congratulations, man. Don Chaos, Hours of Chaos.
Yo, 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 yo. What is good, everyone? Y'all already know who this is. This is Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO, the Karma Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. All up on here on the award-winning Hours of Chaos podcast. This is episode 145. Of course, tonight we are going to have our guests, Little Pink. I see we have some new people in the chat. So, to all the new people that are in the chat tuning in, we want to say welcome and stuff. Welcome to, of course, I'm your sermon, Don Chaos. Of course, the chat is known as the Chaos Chat, or it is known as the Cult of Chaos Chat. So for those who are new tuning in, what we want to say, welcome to the Cult of Chaos, and those are the official Cult of Chaos Don Chaos emojis that you see in the chat. Welcome. No one always said a cult has to be a bad thing, especially when your boy is at the head of it. Let's all check in the chat. There's a lot of people tuning in. I saw the chat getting lit even before showtime, and that's what I want to see on future Hours of Chaos podcast. To know that the chat gets lit even before showtime, that is dope, because you guys should know how long the Hours of Chaos podcast has been going. This show's been going strong for 4 years. It originally started out just doing it on my personal YouTube. Of course, we are live on my YouTube, but we are live also on Carnival Spirits. We are live on the official Don Chaos Facebook page. We are live on Carnival Spirits Facebook page. We are live on Dawn Chaos Twitch as well as Carnival Spirits Twitch. So if you are new to this, make sure you subscribe. Make sure, and hopefully for those that have been tuning in for years, you know by now when the Hours of Chaos podcast starts. What's up, David? What's up, Charles Reeves? Whoop, whoop. Charles Reeves with that Dawn chant. What is up? Let's all catch up with the chat. Catching up with the chat, y'all. Hold up. What's up, Goth BB? Strange Child, which Strange Child is the one who made this interview happen. So shout outs to my sister, Strange Child, and all that gold. She's the one who told me about this interview. She's the one that made this interview happen. Also, Strange Child and Lakeland are doing collab artwork as we speak, I believe. Lil Peep is Pink. It's in the chat right now. All right, am I all caught up on the chat? Yes, I am. What is up, Frankie Goldie? What is good, my man? Yes, it is a Spanish Side t-shirt. If you guys want a Spanish Side t-shirt, just simply hit up my bro, Fuego Flames, either on Instagram or hit him up on Facebook. I don't know if he has any more right now. Now, as you guys can tell, in the background, there's a completely different than the backdrop you guys are used to seeing. It's because I could not go home right away, and this place was closer. So, unfortunately, I do apologize, y'all. I've just been so busy. This week has been hectic. But then again, Dawn Chaos's life is always hectic. Because, you know, with this job I'm doing, and I was sick yesterday, and I'm still on here getting you guys a live stream, even though I was sick yesterday. So, dedication, y'all. Dedication to y'all. The only time this is going to stop is when I'm dead. And even when I'm gone, it will keep going on. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do the Forever Face giveaway. But I do promise you guys on Monday, so make sure you mark your calendars, this upcoming Monday at 6 p.m. my time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern, you do the math. I will do the live Forever Face giveaway on Monday, 6 p.m. my time. Again, I do apologize, y'all. I couldn't go straight home, so this place is a lot closer. So, but you can guarantee that it's going down this Monday. I don't want to do the math, Twisted Shady. Fucking math, how does that work? What's up, Twisted Shady? So, you guys know how the Hours of Chaos podcast goes. We touch on topics discussions, say my thoughts on stuff, give you guys some news, and then we have a session of the show where we have a special guest or guests on the show. So unfortunately tonight there will not be a live mail time with Don Chaos. So sadly there will not be that. But you can guarantee next week there will be as well. Oh, we got 17 viewers. Tune in, y'all. I know you guys can do better than that. I do like spinach lasagna. I do. I actually do. I just love lasagna in general. So yeah, I'm going to say some of my topics. There's a few things that are going on in our Juggalo underground indie scene that I will talk about. Some news to drop for you guys, as well as there's some news outside of that I want to talk. So, to get it out of the way, a homie of mine, not a homie, but a coworker of mine was like, "Hey Don, did you hear that Drake and Kanye West are beefing?" I'm like, who the fuck cares? That was my answer. I'm like, you what? Call that a beef? Okay. Whatever you say, man. Okay. Also, in case you guys know, when we do the live on mail time with Don Chaos, if you guys want to submit something for me to open, whether it be our guests or guests that we've had on the show, if you want to submit something just to say thank you for having you on the show, as well as you also want to submit something to be in a future Karma giveaway, just let me know. So again, all my guests and future guests and past guests, if you want to send something as a thank you for always being on the Hours of Chaos podcast, send something my way. Also, you can send something to give away as a future giveaway. Because we don't just do giveaways, they are karma giveaways, y'all. Exactly. No one cares. So, in other news, now this is really dope news. While I was at work, I saw the first official trailer for the fourth installment in the Matrix trilogy, titled Matrix Restrictions. And all I gotta say, after seeing that trailer, pretty much how I was when I first saw the first Matrix movie when I was like 8 years old. Yeah, we always beef in Twisted Shady because beef, it's what's for dinner. Twisted Shady, y'all, for those that are new, he's the friendly neighborhood troll. He's the friendly neighborhood troll of the Cult of Chaos. So just know, y'all, whatever he says, it's all friendly, good fun. If you take everything too serious here, get the fuck out. But yes, that new Matrix movie. Now people are wondering, how is the storyline continuing? If anyone remembers how the third movie, what happened at the end of the third movie. If you've seen the third movie, or all three movies, don't spoil it for anyone. But let's just say anything is possible in the Matrix movies. There's one thing I learned about the Matrix movies. that they have a tendency to blow your mind always and literally make you go, what the hell? In a good way. They have a tendency to open your mind. Like what I do is when I'll show people who have never seen the Matrix movies, I won't tell them the plot, nothing. And then when they watch it, they're like, do you really? I'm like, they're like, do you really think? I'm like, possibly. Who knows? Well, you really should watch The Matrix, Shayna. Whoa, oh, you never got into it. You gotta like basically have an open mind, a way of thinking if you've seen the movies. But the best way to really open people's minds is to show them those movies and not tell them what the plot of the movie is. Like all the movies. Don't tell them what the plot is. Just let them watch. And when that shocking scene comes out, when the big reveal comes in the first movie, and you're like, oh, I love Star Wars too. But yeah, let's get that. I'm really excited for. I mean, the way you look at it, the third Matrix movie did kind of end on a cliffhanger. People don't think it did, but if you rewatch the third movie, it does end on a cliffhanger. So that's that. Well, one of these days I'll have to sit down and have you watch them, Shayna, and I'll have to explain it to you as I'm watching it with you or something. Yeah. You're going to be joined very soon by our guest, Lil Pink, because for those who are new to the Hours of Chaos podcast, this is how the Hours of Chaos podcast is. I touch on topics and stuff going on. It's mainly in the Juggalo world and all that. And then we have our special guests on the show. That's how the show goes. But I'm excited to have Lil Pink here on the show. Again, shout outs to Strange Child Productions who made this guest spot happen. Again, if there's anyone else you guys would like to see as a guest or special guest on the Hours of Chaos podcast, definitely let me know. Yes. And Twisted Shady. There's even times where I reverse troll you. Like there's times where me and Twisted Shady will keep reverse trolling each other. He'll troll me with something and then I'll reverse and troll something back with him. It's entertaining. The odds of that happening, Little Kelp, I don't think that could happen. I don't think that could happen. But who knows? Don't know. But let's get into some more news. But yes, very excited for that fourth installment of the Matrix movie. Always good to see Keanu Reeves in a movie because Keanu Reeves is such a phenomenal actor. And I know everyone always is used to seeing Keanu Reeves. He originally started out being in comedies. He still does comedies. Keanu Reeves is one of those actors where he is multi-talented. He can play in a very funny role, and then he can also play in a very serious role. And I like that about actors or actresses when they can be more than one layer of themselves. Another actor that was known for that, the late, great Robin Williams. He was a comedy actor, but he he had a point to hit you in the feels and be serious in movies too. There's even a movie where he was a straight psychopath. So multi-talent, just talent is always a good thing, whether it be in the acting industry, whether it be in the music industry, it's always good to experiment as well. I can't even name one. I mean, there's probably one. I don't know. What's good, Frankie? Shouts to Frankie Goldie, y'all. Before I get into some more news, I want to shout out to my dude, Frankie Goldie, who gave me this Frankie Goldie hat pin. I figured I'd show that while he's in here. Again, thank you, Frankie Goldie, for the Frankie Goldie hat pin. Appreciate you, brother. Frankie Goldie, that's my dude, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get into some news. First foremost news is, are you a juggalo? Would you like to be in a movie? Well, here's your chance to be in a movie called Off the Ramp. Off Ramp. It's a dynamic comedy adventure. So, whoops. Let me get the banner off so I can have y'all read it first. It says, 2 misfits set out to the gathering of the juggalos, but must survive America's hellish underbelly to get there. So, if you're a juggalo and you want to be featured as a juggalo, just basically playing yourself in a movie, go on Faygo Lovers for the article. They have full-on details in that article. Who knows? Maybe this will be Don Chaos's big movie break where he's playing as himself. And I would have them say, I wouldn't have them put in the credits just Juggalo. I would have it say Don Chaos as himself. How awesome would that be? Just saying. All I would have to be is myself. So that's dope. Where's it being filmed? Like I said, all info is on that Faygo Lovers article. And yes, I just put poison in my system. Sorry, y'all. Damn right, swamp rats. Yeah. Oh, now, Frankie. Thank you. I don't know what makes me a legend, but thank you, dude. Like I said, I'm trying to get little deals of where companies maybe want me to. Like I say, if you guys know any people that have their own clothing brand or whatnot, and they would like me to promote their clothing brand, who knows? I mean, I always make a joke, but you never know, it could happen. Who knows? You might even sometime, somewhere down the line, see a Don Chaos Lazy and Crazy drop. Will that ever happen? Who knows? Who knows? Shouts to my bro, Shaggy the Airhead. Oh yeah, I would definitely like to do stuff for a Wicked thread. All right, what other news do we have? Of course, right now up for pre-order is the new Ritz. Some people are calling it a full-length Ritz album. I'm like, it's only 8 tracks, so the way I see it, it's not a full Ritz album, unless full-length albums are just going to be 8 tracks now. But the way I'm seeing it, it's not a full Ritz album. It's just a EP. But new Ritz release, always good to see when Ritz drops new music, because Ritz is one of my favorite rappers out there. Shout outs to Ritz, who actually, fun fact, y'all, shares the same exact birthday as your boy, Don Chaos. And that's actually someone who I would really, really love to get on the show, is Ritz. Who knows, maybe sometime we'll get Shaggy the Airhead on here. Maybe we'll even get Ouija on here. Possibilities are endless, y'all. Also, as a friendly reminder, y'all, Swamp Rats. Tune in to Swamp Rats, hosted by Darby O'Trill and Devereaux. Tune in every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune into the Swamp Rats, hosted by my dudes, live on Instagram. Yeah. If you guys haven't checked the Swamp Rats show that's live on Instagram, then pull your head out of your ass and tune into it. Pull your head out of your ass, or whatever wherever your head is in the dirt. And then also, another reminder, y'all. Gorefest, the 15th annual Gorefest, is going down this weekend. It officially starts tomorrow and goes until Sunday. And of course, night 2, my dudes, the Swamp Rats themselves, Devereaux and Darby O'Trill, will be doing a set at Gorefest on night 2. So be there. And if you're not there, then your mom's a hoe. All right, y'all. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead. Yes, I am going, Lakeland. All right, y'all. We are going to now have our guests on here. Right about now, I'm just about to send the link again to people who are new to the Hours of Chaos podcast. This is how the Hours of Chaos podcast works. Now you know. So, without further ado, I'm going to send the link out. And then we are going to have our guest, Lil Peep, on here. And just a heads up, y'all, this is probably going to be a short Hours of Chaos podcast, but we want to thank you for tuning in. So let me send the link out. All right. Send the link out. I mean, I'm starting to feel a little bit better, Lakeland, but if I'm feeling more better tomorrow, then most definitely I'm going. I definitely still want to go because I'm definitely feeling a lot better than I felt yesterday. When I get sick, I'm usually not sick that long, which is always a good thing. And I just have major allergies going on right now. All right. If I guessed, okay. This is going to be a good interview, y'all. We going to just talk to Lil Peep, ask the questions, do the typical asking the questions, and yeah. Alrighty. All right. The link is sent. Again, that's what the beauty of being a juggalo is, y'all. We are all individuals. Yeah, I saw some of you saying who I should get on here at the Hours of Chaos podcast. I'm definitely going to hit some people up immediately after the Hours of Chaos podcast. What I've been doing to help with my allergies is I've just been eating like a spoonful of honey, locally processed honey, and it's been helping. It's just because when I'm done with this, I need to go take my medicine again. But I'm still on here doing a show for y'all. That's how much dedication I have. All right, y'all. Let's get this interview up and out of the way. Yeah. All right, hold up. What's up?
All right, sir. Can you hear me fine?
I definitely can. Welcome to the show.
All right. How you doing, man?
I'm great. How about you?
Doing pretty good. So,
Again,
what would you like to get started on this?
Thank you for being on the show. Shout outs to Strange Child who made this happen.
Yeah, I love her.
Yes, she is. That is literally my sister.
Yeah.
She's a phenomenal singer herself, as well as a drawer herself.
Yeah, she's showing me her singing abilities and all her little drawings and stuff. And then she wants to do a merch design for me. So, I'll do that soon.
I know she told me that whenever I get my official Don Chaos tattoo, she wants to be the one to do them, and she wants to give them to me for free.
Very nice. I'm about to order a little tattoo pen and try to do some shit on myself. We'll see how that goes.
So yeah, what we're going to do is we usually ask like the typical questions where you just give a little brief introduction of you, like you just say who you are, where you're from, and then we just ask the questions.
All right. Well, I am Lil Pink. I'm a horrorcore artist from Canton, Ohio. Not really a big place. I never really had too many opportunities, but I've made it work in this little small town. But there's people like Trippie Redd, Marilyn Manson that are from here. It's not the worst place to be from, but that's home.
Oh yeah, I lived in a small town for a bit one time, so I know what it's like, especially being a juggalo and living in a small town.
Yeah, I'm definitely out there. Compared to a lot of the artists here, I'm kind of like the outcast because there's not really a lot of juggalo scene here. It's mostly like gangster rap and stuff, and then there's me So I'm different for sure.
Exactly. I know you got to go more towards like Cleveland and like Columbus to where the Juggalos normally are.
Yeah, that's where like Cody is and all that. So for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the first questions we're gonna ask is like, of course, how did you come up with the name Lil Pink?
So Lil Pink came about. It's kind of simple. Like I don't know if you know who like Filthy Frank is. Like he had this character, Pink Eye. So I watched that like as a child because I don't know. It came out when I was about like I'd say 11, 12. That's when I started watching them. So I had a Twitter account that was called Pink, and I would just upload like funny clips of him doing dumb stuff. And eventually, I wanted to make music. I wanted to be like my little image in my head when I was like 14 was I wanted to be a rock star or whatever. But I didn't know how to play an instrument to save my life. So and I still don't. But rap was like a big thing. I was really into like Lil Uzi Vert and all of them at the time. So I just took Little and then took like I already like Pink Guy. So I started off making meme rap, and that's just kind of how like Lil Pink came about.
Oh yeah. And how did you actually discover like ICP? Like if you can remember, what's the first song that you heard that like made you fall in love with ICP?
I've it's more like I knew who they were before I heard the music. Like
Yeah.
right here, like the blank
Oh,
in the
yeah.
wall. Um, I literally ICP is in my blood. Like when I was a baby, because I'm still young, I'm only 18 years old. So when I was a baby, I had an ICP onesie. So and I was raised listening to it, kind of like bred by it. So like ICP is kind of like in my soul. I didn't just
Oh,
like find them randomly. Like I was kind of just raised with that. But I would say like my first song I really liked was like the Boogie Woo. I think that's like a song everybody knows, but I love that one. But
oh
I
yeah.
like some of my more favorite songs is like Hater to Death and Watch My Ride and songs like that, some of the lesser knowns.
Oh yeah. So both your parents are basically juggalos, right?
Yeah. My mom not so much anymore as she's gotten older, but my dad is still very much a juggalo.
Oh, so that's like in a way, it's a good way for you and your dad to bond. It sounds like that's cool.
Yeah. And then he actually got the tickets for me to go to the gathering this year, so I went with my friend.
Well, we probably did run into each other and we just didn't know at the time.
Yeah, I was in the crowd, and then like when I was in the crowd, it's usually in my tent. I did like a little bit of walking around. I met like Cody and talked to him for a little bit, but that was about it. I didn't like do a whole lot of socializing with people.
And that was your first gathering, am I right?
Yeah,
So what did you think for your first time gathering? Did you actually have fun?
yeah. I mean, the shows were fun. I didn't like sleeping in a tent. Like I was a Boy Scout when I was younger,
Yeah.
so like it's not like my first time sleeping in a tent. But I did not have very much fun with that part of it. Like the camping in the tent, like the loud fireworks going off right by the tent. That
Yeah.
wasn't really ideal, and I got like no sleep. I got some sleep the first night because I took like a whole bunch. I took like a handful of edibles and passed out. But yeah, the other nights not so much. It's kind of a little
Yeah,
rough.
usually at the gathering, you can't really get sleep, at least at night. What the best advice I tell people is during the day when there's not really much going on, that's when I usually take a 2 hour to 3 hour nap, power nap.
Yeah,
Or I just drink energy drinks all weekend.
I gotcha.
But yeah, I thought it was a good gathering too. It was actually my third. I've actually been in the ICP since I was about like 7, 8, or 9, and now I'm like 31. It's crazy.
That's dope though. But I think my favorite performance from the gathering, other than obviously ICP and Ouija Mac, I would say NASCAR Allo surprised me. That was somebody I really liked, and I've been listening to his music ever since. I didn't know who he was before then, but now I really like him.
Yeah, a lot of people told me that too, that that was their first time seeing him, and then he like won them over. But I didn't see his set, but from what I could hear, I was like, damn, this dude sounds really dope.
Yeah, you definitely miss that. But like the craziest part to me that like I kind of even want to incorporate in my sets is because I'm not pretty calm right now, but like my music's really crazy and I want to get more crazy on stage. But like what he did was he took the mic and he beat himself on the head with it till he was like bleeding in the
Yeah.
head.
Nice.
Like that was crazy. Like, and then people were like throwing beers to him and stuff, and he was like drinking the beers on stage. Like that was crazy.
And that's kind of like what happens in the Juggalo world. If you can embrace stuff getting thrown at you, then that means you've won over the Juggalos.
Yeah, but he was awesome.
I mean, I've taken so many shit at the gathering. I've taken a full bottle of Faygo to the face. I've taken like a beer bottle to the face from just some random person.
Yeah, my first ICP concert I went to, I got like kicked in the face. Somebody was like crowd surfing, and then like they kind of like turned for a second, and I got like decked in the face.
Yeah,
But,
it feels weird at first, but then you get used to it, and you're like, yes, more.
yeah,
Like something
but,
takes over to you that you just don't care about the pain until you feel the effects afterwards or when you wake up.
yeah, that was one thing I also didn't like was my body was in pain after that weekend. Like my whole body hurt.
Yeah. But it's just, but then when you look at it, it is totally worth it too in the end.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. I had fun.
Like the last night when ICP performed, I didn't think I was able to move as good as I was able to, but I was out there getting live. I was getting live in that Ouija show. I was at first, I was going to go, okay, fuck it. Someone crowd surf me.
Yeah, that Ouija show that was something else. That was like my favorite, and the NASCAR Allo was close second. Like ICP, that kind of just goes without saying. Like, but like besides them, like Ouija Mac was pretty good. Like driving a Tesla on stage, and then the one girl who jumped on stage and kicked the security guard like in the jaw, that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Ouija so many times, but in my opinion, that is probably one of his craziest, best performances that he's ever done.
Yeah, and especially for the gathering, like you gotta really bring it.
Oh yeah, and he always brings it at the gathering, like always.
Was somebody who really surprised me because I'm not a fan of Vanilla Ice, like by no means really. I'm not like never got into him. It's kind of like I'm a little too young for him a little bit, but he actually decently surprised me. Like I didn't mind his set. Like that was actually pretty surprising.
That's how you can tell the age difference between me and you, because Vanilla Ice was the stuff that I listened when I was like a little kid.
Yeah, like I knew of him, like obviously like the Ice Ice Baby and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I never like listened to him.
Oh yeah, and that's why I always keep joking with people now. I'm like, I've never felt old, but after seeing Vanilla Ice, now I feel like an old motherfucker.
Yeah, but yeah, he was decent. There's a few people that like I didn't mind, like Lardy B. I've never been a fan. I've never been a fan ever.
I heard she was entertaining.
It was like okay, but like I don't know. I just don't like the gimmick. It's just not.
I mean, I know what it's supposed to be a gimmick of. It's like a parody of Cardi B, which I think is funny.
Yeah, I rather just listen to Cardi B. Like even that I don't want to listen to Cardi B, but I rather.
Yeah, I thought it was a good gathering. I thought it was a very Juggalo-esque gathering. Like there wasn't too many people from the outside performing this gathering. It's kind of what the original gatherings used to be, where there was these like well-known acts that some people know, and then there's unknown acts, and that's kind of what the origins of what the gathering is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like an underground music festival with like a few big name acts there, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and then the craziest part of that was Steve-O too. Like that was insane. I can't believe.
I was entertained because I'm part of that generation that grew up watching Jackass.
Yeah, even when I was like younger, I watched those movies a lot when I was little, and I loved watching Steve-O.
And I always tell people, if you think some of the shit they did on Jackass Intense, you should see some of the shit me and my friends used to do.
Yeah, I was like that when I was little. I do like more crazy shit. Like even like in my YouTube videos, like we made like a Jackass little like parody. It was only like 20-minute like little thing, but we made like a little parody of it, just doing dumb shit. It was nowhere as extreme, but we made an attempt there.
Oh yeah. So what was like, if you can remember, like what was like the first like artist or song that you remember hearing that like got you into loving music?
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get clowned for this. I swear to God. The first artist like I can remember like as like a kid like listening to and vibing to, and I already know people don't like him. I don't care. I listened to like Nickelback like in the car with my dad, and I know people don't like Nickelback. I know,
Oh, I
but
love Nickelback. Their early shit, yes, but I still broke down when the lead singer died because his music did help me through a lot in my younger years.
yeah, I mean people hate on Nickelback like a lot, but like I love Nickelback. I'll defend Nickelback. I
I
don't care.
would. I would too. I don't give a shit. I mean, I remember for a while there was talks like they used to get clowned on, but then after I noticed as years went by, people was like, you know what? If they didn't some of their older stuff, they could probably go over really well at the gathering.
Yeah, they definitely got some good shit. I still listen to them to this day. But yeah,
Oh,
that was about the first, and then Marilyn Manson was kind of like a close second.
hell yeah. What's probably your favorite Marilyn Manson album?
Um, well, yeah, I got them right here. I would say, where is it? I mean, this is a classic, but I would say that
Oh, yes. Yes.
yeah, I want to get this tattooed on my back, but and I actually do have a Marilyn Manson tattoo on my thigh. But I want to get like his "Eat Me, Drink Me" album. That's his best one. To me, that's his best one. But I love that one a lot too.
And that was another stuff that I listened to in my teenage years. Like in my teenage years and preteen years, I was listening to like ICP, Marilyn Manson, Korn, and all that shit.
Yeah, that sounds about like mine too. I listen well, a lot of Green Day, a lot of Leonard Skinner, lot of Guns N' Roses, a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers, a lot of different stuff.
So pretty much it seems like you're like me and a lot of other people's. You just have a diverse music taste. Like one of my coworkers just asked me that today. She was like, "Oh, what type of music do you like?" In all honesty, I just like music. I don't like any one type of music.
I would say like my favorite type of music, like if I had to pick, like I couldn't live without it, I would die without rap.
Oh,
I couldn't do it. But like I love all kinds of music, but rap is like my bread and butter. I can't go without it.
oh yeah, and that's pretty much what I tell people too. I'm like, if I had to pick the two types of music that have really helped me in my life has always been rap, hip hop, and rock and roll.
Yeah. I like I was more of a rock fan when I was little. I've kind of departed from that. Now I like a little bit more like metal, like like I would maybe it's metal, more like Motionless in White, like a little bit more emo. And then I like I've listened to a little bit of Mushroom Head. Slipknot's kind of like a obvious. That's like kind of like that's like a normie metal thing. Like every metal person likes Slipknot in some level.
Oh yeah, I grew up on Slipknot.
And then Upon a Burning Body, like they were at the gathering too. Like I love their set. That was really cool to see. They killed that.
Hell yeah. I drove all the way from Colorado, which from Colorado to Ohio, it's only like supposed to be like a 16-hour drive, or 17-hour drive, which ain't bad.
Yeah, for me it was just 2 hours, and I didn't feel like driving. I have a car, but I didn't feel like it, so I just Ubered.
Yeah, might as well.
But yeah, so I just Ubered there and then back, and it was only about 2 hours. It wasn't bad.
And then if you can remember, like, what's the first ever album that you remember buying, like, with your own money?
First album ever.
That you remember buying with your own money?
Yeah, I would say probably this. I think this is the first one I ever bought. I've had this
Oh,
one for
fuck yeah.
years.
Fuck yeah.
I got this at Books a Million. I was there and I was like, I need this. So I got that. I was like, yeah, because I'm not like really like new to CDs like as much. Like I got my albums on CDs, but I haven't had it like my whole life. But yeah, I bought this about 2.5 years ago. And that was like the first one I bought. And then I started my collection from there.
Oh yeah, that was my shit back then. That's the other shit I was listening to. Like besides ICP, Marilyn Manson, and all that stuff, Rob Zombie was one of the other things that I loved and still love even to this day.
Yeah, I'm really excited for his Monsters movie right now. I'm going crazy for that.
Oh,
I read,
yeah.
reading every single article that comes out.
Is it going to be a movie or is it a show?
It's going to be a movie this time.
Oh, nice. I was like, oh, if it's going to be a show, that should be interesting. Because I grew up watching reruns of the old black and white show.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of it. I haven't like gotten like really into it, but like I know a decent amount of it.
Oh, yeah. Fun fact for those who don't know, I'm sure everyone knows it, but the guy who plays Frankenstein on there is the same actor that plays the old man in the original Pet Sematary.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yep, it's the same actor.
Cool. I need to watch the new Pet Sematary. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if
As someone who grew up on the original, and if you've seen the original is still better. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the case. That's how it is a lot of things. The only
It's
thing that's
very
debatable
rare
for
that
me-
I like a remake of something, but that is one of those remakes that it was so bad that I fell asleep watching it.
One of the only remakes I like is I didn't mind the It remake. That was decent. I could watch both of those. Like I could watch either one and be fine.
Yeah, the only remake I liked was the first Halloween, but then the second remake of the sequel to remake I hated. That was garbage.
Are you talking about the Rob Zombie ones?
Yeah, I liked the first one, but the second one was absolute garbage.
Yeah, I think he wasn't even planning on making a second one, but the studio wanted a second one.
Yeah, but the first one I will say was actually decent.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Some people don't like the Michael Myers inclusion, like the like young Michael. I didn't mind it.
I
thought
I
it.
liked that because, and I always tell people why I like Michael Myers, because what makes him scary is there can be someone like that in real life. Like, yes, he's can't die, but he's still very reminiscent of a real person that could kill people, and that's what makes him scary because real people kill people all the time.
Yeah, yeah, that was definitely a solid movie. Every movie he makes is solid, I think. Like, yeah, the second one was a little iffy, but most movies he makes is pretty solid.
Yeah, like Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses. Love those movies.
Yeah, I love 31. The only one I think I watched Lords of Salem, and I fell asleep like I think like 20 minutes in, and then I had to rewatch it.
Yes, I agree, sis. They better leave Hocus Pocus alone.
Yeah, that's a movie that you can't remake. That'd just be some bull.
I always now make a joke saying for us kids that grew up on that movie, that was the closest thing to a horror movie for us kids growing up. I mean, yeah, it had humor, but it was still like the closest thing to a horror movie in a kid's perspective.
Yeah, I grew up with like Goosebumps. That was like my thing for a while, and then I watched The Exorcist, like the original one, when I was about I think 8, and scared the shit out of me. Scared the absolute. I don't get scared easy, but that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, the Child's Play movies, Chucky used to scare the shit out of me, and then as I got a little bit older, I'm like, I like this dude, and now I laugh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for the Chucky TV series. Now that I remember, that's gonna be exciting.
Now, is that having the original actor doing the voice of him?
Yeah, it's actually coming out in October. It's gonna be on Sci-Fi, and yeah, the Damien Leone. That's the guy that directed the original movies and like the newer ones. He's in charge of it, and then yeah, Brad Dourif is voicing him.
Right. I mean, I wasn't afraid of Hocus Pocus growing up, but a lot of other people I knew, that was like a horror comedy for us kids growing up. And because Sarah Jessica Parker is so gorgeous in that movie. Oh my God.
And another movie I really like, and this also brings into something that I'm currently working on, to get people excited. The movie Beetlejuice. I'm working on a Beetlejuice song / like themed video right now. So like Beetlejuice is one of my all-time like favorites because Tim Burton's like probably one of my favorite like directors ever.
Same here.
Yeah, so Beetlejuice is like an absolute classic. I love that movie, and I'm adapting it into my own little spin.
Oh, nice. So you'll be basically dressed like Beetlejuice in the video too?
Yeah, I'm gonna be kind of like I'm not gonna do the whole makeup. I'm getting a Beetlejuice like costume, so it's gonna be like up, just normal, and I'm gonna be wearing the Beetlejuice costume, and then I have a female actor already picked out, and then she's gonna be wearing the dress. It's like a $60 dress, but it's like the one that Lydia wore, like the red one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm buying like that. It's like $60 on Amazon, so I'm getting that, and then she's gonna be wearing that, and it's gonna be filmed in a graveyard, and then we're gonna film a little bit of it at somebody else's house, and I'm gonna have like me like rapping with like two ghosts and like sheets like right behind me, kind of like looking like goons, but just like the ghost,
Nice. Well, since you live in Ohio, can you name us some like real like places that are notoriously supposedly haunted where you live?
I would like to just bust it out like I know, but I really don't. Like I've never been to any like haunted places. Like there's this place in Akron. Apparently it's like an abandoned like hospital, and apparently that's kind of like haunted and people go there. I've never been there. But there's Ohio isn't like super I know for that, like there's a few, but like nothing that I know. I don't study it or like really pay attention.
Have you ever had any experiences with the paranormal, or where even if something didn't feel right and you went somewhere, if something just made you feel that's considered a paranormal experience?
I had something like involved with my family. I was like pretty young. My brother, he's like 4 years older than me. He would say that in this old house we used to live in, he would say that there was a man that lived in the attic, and his name was Chuck, and he's a mailman, and he's got a daughter, and he's just a kid, so everybody's like, oh, whatever. And so my dad brings this up to our neighbor, like, because they're just sitting outside drinking beers, bullshitting, and the he's just telling him that like the Edgar, or that's my brother, his name is Edgar. They're telling him that he's very adamant about this, and like he's talking to him about it or whatever, and then he started explaining the details, and then like that guy is like a little bit older, so he's lived there longer, and he was kind of like looked a little like shocked in the face, because there was a guy, I don't know if his name was Chuck or not, like I'm assuming probably, but they said that there was a guy, and he was a mailman, and he killed himself in the attic, and my brother like felt like weird vibes from like being around. So that was
I think your brother might have be onto something and had something going on.
Yeah, I've never really had like too many, I would say, anything paranormal. I would say like the only time I ever really did was after my grandma passed away. I was about, I would say, like 9, and I don't know, I just felt weird all the time. I never felt it before, but I just felt like she was there sometimes, and it's just really weird. Like, I couldn't explain it. I couldn't put my finger on it. I could not explain or put into words, but I just felt like she was there in some capacity, some way.
Well, I'm not saying she wasn't. From the sounds of it, that's what happens, because I've had experience like that where when loved ones passed away, they like let you know they're there, but they let you know they're always going to be there. Because during my grandma's service one time, like during the service, I just did this, and everyone's like, I noticed you did that. I'm like, because I felt a hand just put that hand on my shoulder and just tell me it's okay.
Yeah. I'm not like the person that looks too much into all that, but I do definitely believe it on some level.
Hell yeah.
Because that energy is going to go somewhere, and some people trapped here or whatever.
Oh yeah, and I'm like one of those people where I can like sense energy from people, whether they're here right now or not here right now. Like sometimes just by shaking someone's hand, I can like feel their energy, and if they give off a lot of negative vibes, I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I have that like slightly, like forget what the word is. I think it's like empath or whatever. But anyway, like with
Yes,
certain
that's
people,
what it is.
yeah, like I gotta be like super connected to them. Like I don't have like super strong, but I gotta be like super connected to somebody. I can't just get it off like anybody. So like, for example, like people I've like dated, or like the person I'm dating right now, I'll have like I don't know, I have like secondhand like anxiety. Like when they're going through something, like I'll just all of a sudden have a burst of anxiety out of nowhere, and I feel like sick to my stomach, and then like I message them, and they're not okay.
Oh yeah, and I've had connections like that where people, when I always felt when they were something was wrong with them, and they would always tell me nothing's wrong. I'm like, bullshit. I can feel all the vibes you're giving off. Bullshit.
And this is even like a little weirder. I have a gerbil. His name's Jibby. And one time I was sleeping, and this has happened to my mom too, so it's not just me. I was dead asleep. Like when I'm asleep, I'm asleep. Like good luck waking me up. And so I woke up like suddenly. Like I wasn't tired in the slightest. Like I'm also a person like when I get up, like I need like a half hour, like leave me alone. I need to like get up. But like no, I just got up instantly, wasn't tired at all, and I was like, Jibby needs water. I was
Mhm.
like, Jibby needs fucking water. So I went and I got his water bottle and filled it up because I just I don't know, it's something weird, but I just knew that he needed it.
Oh yeah. And one thing I noticed about your music that I really like, and I can tell by just talking to you, you're like diverse, and I like that. And I was like saying on the show earlier that it's good to see diversity, whether it's in movie, acting, or music. Like I've noticed you can do more than one style, so you would like be literally considered an artist. I'm like, oh, he's doing this type of song. Oh, he can do that kind of song. I like seeing that sort of thing.
Yeah, I can do something that's a little bit more rap. I can do something that's a little bit more like Melanie Martinez. That's a little bit softer. It's got like a like it'll be like a sing songy kind of like beat, but like I can make it still like very like rapified. And then I can do slow. I can do a little bit of fast. I'm not no fucking Slim Shady, but I can do like a little bit. I can speed it up just a bit. Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah, that takes lots of practice. So if you're able to do that sometimes, I applaud you.
yeah, I did it in like a song one time for like a 40-second like little verse. I like bit like just was doing it like really fast, and it came out good. So like I've attempted it there. I've attempted it in unreleased songs. I'm like practicing this. Like I can kind of do it. It just takes a lot.
So as advice, what could you say for anyone who's trying to do what they call double time? What is your advice like is the best way to do it? Do you like have to like take a deep breath or something before you do it?
Yeah, I gotta be like a little bit relaxed. I gotta be in a clear headspace. Like that's how I gotta be anytime I record any music. But I gotta be like really like calm and all that. Because like if I do it, I'm gonna get frustrated, and the more frustrated you get, the more you're not gonna be able to do it. So you gotta just like be like, okay, you can do it. Like you gotta talk to yourself like, okay, I can do it, and have your lyrics written out, read them multiple times to the point where you can almost start saying them without looking. So like have it in your head, and then the on your I have it on my phone, or if you write it on your page, whatever you do, paper or electronic. Yeah, but I'll hold my phone and I'll just spit, and it's more like guidelines at that point because I have it in my head, and then I'm just looking like if I need it, like look real quick, there it is. But yeah, I'll just read along and I'll keep spitting, just keep going. And yeah, that's the kind of way I do it. Just make sure you read it, got it down, then make sure you're calm, and then just go at it.
And we have a question in the chat. I mean, who's that actually a picture of like on the wall? Is that like a famous singer behind you?
Oh no, gonna sound weird. It's myself.
Well, there's your answer to Lakeland.
It's me with shorter hair when I had brown hair, and then I'm all like bloody in it, so I got like blood all over me, and I'm like Louis Vuitton symbols over.
Is that an actual picture or is that a painting that someone did?
Oh, it's a picture I photoshopped and made all look fancy.
Oh, nice. Because from here it looks like it's a hand painted drawing. I'm like, oh, someone painted that. They did a good job.
Yeah, it's all Photoshop. It looks nice, and then the thing, shit, the thing's opposite, so it's tripping me out. But yeah, my mannequin, the Kwanda, she's got a name. Her name's Kwanda, and she's got all my merch on her. So she's wearing a little pink hoodie, little pink pants, and then she's wearing a sash that says "little pink." That's for a video that's coming.
Nice. Yeah, my grandma was actually a painter, and she was a really good painter.
Yeah, my grandma's very artsy too, and paints and all that.
Yeah, my dude Lakeland who was asking that question, he actually does a lot of my logo. So if you ever want him to like do some form of artwork for you, just let him know. Hit him up like on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm always paying people to do art. I love art so much. Like I have
Me
like a
too.
million pictures drawn of me.
Nice.
even like on my YouTube, like there's a lot of like audio videos that are all animated, little like motion animated videos, all of that. I love that shit.
Now, do you edit those videos, or does someone edit them for you, or is it a bit of both?
Yeah, for the animated, I always pay somebody else to do that just
Yeah.
because I don't know how to do that. Like, I know how to draw, like I can draw on paper, but
Yeah.
like if you like my profile picture on Instagram and like other stuff, like I can do like I have a lot of 3D art. I have other people do that because that takes a lot of practice, and you have to have the computer software for it. So I just pay somebody else to do that stuff.
Nice. So you pretty much have your own production team. That's cool.
Yeah, I have like a good 3 artists that I always go to. And, like consistently, I go to them for all my art.
Oh yeah. And now some other questions we have: is there like anyone in the industry, even if it sounds like the most crazy, off the wall person you would want to work with, whether they're alive or not alive? And like I say, especially if it's someone who is here, I always say the possibilities are endless, so never say never. So who would you love to work with?
All right, so I'm gonna go for the high, and then I'm gonna say somebody who I want to work with that's more actually doable.
Right.
So I would love. This is impossible. It's not gonna happen because like all his like songs are like pretty much like released and all that because he's dead. So I love XXX to death, like to death. I would kill for like even like a 5 bar verse from X.
Right.
It's not gonna happen because like he's passed away.
Yeah.
Like it's been like a couple years, so all the songs are released. So I mean, unless if like I was able to get like permission to do a remix or something, that's like the only way I could like do it. But that's not really as meaningful. Like I'd actually like to do a song with him. Like or like talking to him and doing it. That would be more meaningful. Like just paying like a whole bunch of money to like do a remix, that's not meaningful. So I don't really want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but somebody who's lower. I've knocked off a few people I wanted to work with. I really wanted to work with Cody Manson. I did that. I really wanted to work with Scum. I did that.
Yeah, I saw that. That's really dope. That's my bro.
Yeah, Scum's awesome. But somebody I really want to work with right now is you got his hat on. I want to work with Ouija Max so bad. That's somebody. That's the goal.
Well, I'm sure that could possibly happen. I'd say the possibilities for that happening are endless. Nothing's impossible.
Yeah, and then I'm working with a few other people right now, like Shaggy the Airhead. He's gonna do a beat for my new album that's coming, so he's gonna do that. And then I talked to him about throwing me a verse, and he gave me a decent price. That's not anything I could pay that. So,
that's dope. That's my bro too.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about having him on the next album for sure. And then I've reached out to oh, this is somebody I wanted on a song, but like I got into a little bit of a controversy. I don't want to make this too controversial, but like Young Wicked, me and him kind of like, a little bit of a rivalry, a little bit of a beef there.
Right. Hey, you do what you got to do.
It's more like a one-sided thing. Like I didn't really have like too much of a problem with him, but I don't know. Like I was trying to make a feature happen, and like normally he answers me like the day I text him, and like I paid him. Like I sent him like 400, and I was gonna be like, all right, bro, I will send you the other 200, tomorrow. And so I sent him the other 400, and then like 5 days go by, I don't hear a single word from him. I'm like, okay, that's a little concerning. So then I like send a little message through PayPal, like doing like a little request thing, like for a refund. I wasn't like really wanting a refund. I was just doing that to like reach him. I was like, hey bro, like what's going on? And then he sends me like a whole like rant about like how he doesn't want to do the song and shit and all of this, and then send the money back. And I was like, you never said that before, because I reached out to him like a month and at a time to like do it. So yeah, I just kind of not in good terms with him really.
Yeah, it's cool that you've already worked like with big people like Scum, and how you just dropped this exclusive news that Shaggy the Airhead actually did production for you on a song, and that he dropped a little verse for you. That's dope to hear.
Yeah, and I'm hoping soon I'm gonna be working with even bigger artists. I talked to Lex the Hex Master. He's somebody I'm planning on having on the next album too. I just gotta, you know, get that all set up. But I did speak to him and follow each other. So, it should happen. Just gotta send all the stuff to him.
Hell yeah. Well, just keep working on your craft, bro. Just keep doing your thing, and yeah, just never give up. Just embrace everything. Like, no matter what people do, embrace it. Like, I'm one of those people that have been hated on my whole life, and I just embrace that shit.
Yeah. That's how it is with me. Like with school, all kinds of stuff. Like never been accepted, but now they want to talk to me and shit because getting them big numbers now. But
yeah, like I said, I like how I noticed in your music you're very diverse, and I like that.
I'm a very, very interesting artist. But yeah, the diversity helps because nobody else, like, I can't really say that I sound like anybody. That's like one of my main things. Like, you can say like I'm dark like somebody, or like I give off like vibes or something. Like my music doesn't concretely sound like any artist, like really at all. Like unless if somebody can prove me wrong and pull something up. But from what I've seen, I don't sound like anybody.
Yeah, I don't think you sound like anyone else, and I always think that's what the industry is lacking, is a lot of people are sounding too much like this person or that person. I'm like, I remember back in the days when people were like diverse. They had their own flow and style, but you could tell like when you heard them what they were like inspired by or influenced by.
Yeah. Yeah, but me, I'm influenced by all kinds of people, and it shows. I got like rap elements. I got very dark elements. Like some of my songs, they sound like a little bit more new age rap, but then like my voice and like my lyrics give it a little bit more of that, ICP feel, more of like the Ouija Mac feel with like the, even like some of the more grotesque lyrics.
Well, that's good to know that you, like you said, being a juggalo like runs in your family. So you're pretty much like what we would call like the second generation juggalos, which is cool.
And especially I never even gave myself like the title of like a juggalo artist. I never considered myself that, like literally ever. I just like that scene, and I did a song with Cody Mance. I did a song with Scum, so I kind of just got thrown in there, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm a juggalo artist because that's what people were calling me over and over again. I was like, okay, and then I just kind of adopted it. So I guess I'm like, fuck it, yeah, I guess I'm a juggalo artist. Even though like my style isn't 100% horrorcore, like it's a very horror elements. I was considered like more like an edgy rapper, but then like they threw me into horrorcore, and I was like, okay, I guess I sit with that fine.
Yep, I would just call you just an artist because I notice you're very diverse.
Yeah,
and
kind of hard to
that's
put
a
me
good
in
thing.
the box.
And I'd rather someone be like diverse than just stick to one thing.
Yeah, not too much diversity now. A lot of basic one note rappers.
Exactly. So yeah, do you like have any other like last words, shout outs? Of course, we do have all links to your social medias as well as your music down in the description for you.
Yeah, only thing I can say is Beetlejuice will be out, I'd say about beginning of October, and then after that, the Christmas EP, and then that's about all I got coming for the moment until the big album next year.
Hell yeah. And can we on the Hours of Chaos podcast get a little shout out?
Yeah. So shout out, I appreciate you, Don Chaos. This is a really good experience. I like talking to you. As a pleasure being on here, and shout out to Strange Child for making this all possible, and keep doing your thing, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Awesome. You have a good night.
All right, you too, man.
Peace.
All right, bye, everybody.
And that was Lil Pink, y'all. So, like I said, we don't have mail time right now, but we do, and we're not doing the Forever Face giveaway that I'm giving away, unfortunately, because again, my setup, I am not normally in the chaos. I'm not in the chaos lair like I normally am. But you can guarantee that Monday, 6 p.m. local Mountain Time, my time, will be when I do a live giveaway for the Forever Face. Again, I do apologize, y'all. I am been working like crazy. Even when I get home, the work don't stop for your boy because Don Chaos is like a machine. I'm constantly working. And I've been battling very bad allergies since yesterday. Or some little cold. But I'm still here doing the show for you guys because this shit don't stop. I don't stop. I do this for y'all because I appreciate all of y'all. The only time this is going to stop is when I'm dead. So, with that being said, I am going to get off for the night. And then whoever's all going to Gorefest, if I'm feeling a lot better tomorrow, I will see you guys there. Like I said, I'm definitely feeling better. I think now it's just my allergies are really kicking my ass because the way the weather changes so much in Colorado. The weather is bipolar lately that when the weather changes, it makes me feel like shit. But I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here. So again, thank you for joining. Again, I came on here feeling better. A lot better than I did yesterday. But I still had to come on here for you guys because that's what I do. Again, Don Chaos is the truth. In Don Chaos we trust. So yeah. You guys already know who I am, and I'm going to say it. And you guys already know who I am. I am Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO, the Karma Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. And if you still don't know, well then, chat. All right, y'all. Peace. I will see you guys hopefully at Gorefest. What am I saying? I just got a little stuffy nose. So, peace, y'all. Don Chaos signing out. And just remember, y'all, the beauty of being a juggalo is we are all individuals.